Catherine Quina says she always dreamed of owning a colonial home. And when she came to the city of Grenada in Nicaragua, she was able to make her dream come true.
You couldn't get a house like this in the States at a price that we could afford. Yeah. This was not an inexpensive house or a good deal or anything, but we just thought it was so beautiful that it was reasonable. When these doors are open,
Catherine is not only the U.S. citizen looking at Nicaragua as a place to retire. Hundreds of Americans have done the same thing. Since the 1930s, America has had its eyes on Nicaragua. From supporting former dictator Anastasio Somoza to backing the Contra rebels fight in the 1980s against the left-wing government that came after Somoza was deposed. But these days, politics are the last thing on their minds.
Well, property values are much less than almost the rest of the world. I'll give you an example. A beachfront lot here in Nicaragua, you probably buy a beautiful one for $100,000 to $150,000. Just down the road in Costa Rica, you pay $600,000 up.
Nicaragua is trying to attract foreign investors, not only by promoting the relaxed Nicaraguan lifestyle, but by building luxurious complexes like this one. The benefits: the real estate boom in Nicaragua is relatively cheap in comparison to other countries in the region, such as Costa Rica, and the low prices lure many. Most Nicaraguans see foreign investment as critical to their economy. But Nicaragua continues to be a poor country, and the challenge remains on how to make this incoming investment benefit ordinary Nicaraguans and not just a few. Foreigners bring with them dollars, but that's a double-edged sword for some of the country's poorest people like Migdalia Martinez.
Soon Nicaragua will be owned by foreigners. The problem for us is that things are now so expensive because they are in dollars, but we still earn in the local currency.
Jonathan Chavez lives in his grandmother's house in Grenada, but he says he can no longer afford to stay in the town. They're trying to sell their home for $40,000, a small fortune in a country where the minimum salary is about $200 a month.
Things are so expensive that we cannot live here much more. We want to sell the house. If you're in Managua, things are much cheaper than here.
He and the others have found that development can boost the economy. But like many of his fellow Nicaraguans, he wonders if the price of progress for local people is too high. Teresa, Al Jazeera, Grenada.